What is going on, everybody? Thank you for checking out the video. I haven't been doing a lot of stuff lately. I've been working on some other projects and stuff, but I had to do a video on this. This kind of takes the cake, you know? So for those that don't know, we're going to get right into it. Subscribe to the channel, throw a like on the video, all that stuff. You watch YouTube videos, you know how this works. Help me out, subscribe to the channel, throw a like on the video. Let's rock. So a lot of you already know this. I know you do because I've seen Twitter. That's how I discovered this. Several of you sent me a link to this article. What do you think? I'm worried. This looks terrible. I don't know. Am I overreacting? No, you're not overreacting. Okay, you're not. Okay, so for those who don't know, Yosuke Matsuda, the president at Square Enix, at least their business side, their financial holdings and things like that. So Yoshinori Kitase came out, did his end of the year message and everything, alluding to, wink wink, alluding to some other things that might be happening, Final Fantasy VII's anniversary, all that kind of stuff. It was a fun, not much going on, but a fun little, how you doing, have a great year to the fans, right? So washing up is the dead carcass on the shore behind his boat coming into shore, the beached whale of Yosuke Matsuda's message comes in, right? And he starts talking about all this other stuff. There are different little tidbits I could take here. There's this one, I think it's in the... Man, this is a long letter. Basically, this is a big sales pitch, just getting people ready. He says, he talks about they're going to start putting NFT-based transactions in their games within the gaming environment. But that just sounds gross to me. And he says, I realize that some people who play to have fun and who currently from the majority of players have voiced their reservations toward these new trends, and understandably so. However, I believe that there will be a certain number of people whose motivation is to play to contribute. Motherfucker, we contribute by buying the damn game. Oh, and for those of you who are worried that I just do videos for profit, trust me, my videos all get demonetized because I say fuck a whole lot. I've already said it twice in this video, so don't worry, this video is demonetized. I'm making this video for you all. This is bullshit. I'm not shilling. Look, I love Square Enix. I do. They make some of my favorite games of all time. My top games of all time came from Square Enix, but that was a different time. That was a different time. My favorite games from Square Enix came from the golden age of the JRPG, from the early 90s to the mid 2000s. This company right here, I don't recognize. I don't recognize this. This is ridiculous. And before you come out and say, you know, oh, you're just hating on Square Enix and all this kind of stuff. No, I'm not. I'm not. I call it like it is on this channel. I call it like it is on this channel, and this is a gross look. This looks gross. This whole, you can read the thing. I'll put a link to the article in the video. If you haven't read the letter, I'll put a link to it at the video's description. This is disgusting. And I'm not here to preach about the environmental stuff and how NFTs are bad for our environment. I don't own any NFTs. I had a chance to go in on NFTs a couple of years ago. I didn't do it. Not because of the environmental stuff. I'm not here to pretend I'm something I'm not, right? Is it bad for the environment? Yes, you can have that conversation. But unless you're going to give up meat and give up eating burgers and doing all this other kind of stuff, then don't preach about the environment. That's not why I'm here. NFTs are terrible for the environment, you know, but so is Amazon, so is all this other stuff. So if you're going to stop buying from Amazon, you're going to go live on, you know, a plot of land or something somewhere where you're not harming the environment in any way, then you can preach that NFTs are bad for the environment. If you don't, shut the fuck up. Okay? I'm tired of seeing these holier-than-thou people on Twitter acting like they're better than everybody else because they Googled some stuff about NFTs. Oh, they're bad. Oh, let me go on here and try to look good. You know, let me try to look good, you know. That's not what I do. That's not what this is. As a gamer, as someone who loves or loved this company, what they stood for, what they represent. Sakaguchi saw it. The writing was on the wall. That man, he got out of town. He got out of town, right? Just from a pure gaming perspective, this is a gross look. This This is a very gross look. And it sounds like some Konami bullshit. This sounds like some Konami bullshit. And really what I feel like, we know Square Enix wants to go all in on their mobile games. They're wanting to go all in on mobile. They're already doing it in Japan. They want to make it a thing here in the US. And you know, they've got several mobile games here in the US that are doing pretty well. You know, I know Final Fantasy, Brave Exvius, that was a big one. They've got some other ones. They just put the First Soldier out for mobile, iOS and Android and all that kind of stuff. I think it's doing fairly well. I'm not a database of all Square Enix's stuff. There's probably more. There's probably some that are maybe more popular. I don't know. But this is going to be all over that stuff. All over. By the end of 2022, we're going to see them trying to retrofit all kinds of pay-to-play and NFT interaction. What do you say? Play to contribute stuff. As a guy who's written marketing copy for several companies, this is marketing speak. This is sales pitch bullshit. And this comes off as terrible. This speaks to me that they have a contract with some company to do with NFTs, and I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm not going to pretend like I do. I've done quick Google searches like the rest of you have. That does not make me an expert, okay? So I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on here, but this sounds to me like they have a contract with some sort of company to implement NFT services into their games. That's what this reads like to me. But we're never going to hear about that. You are never, ever going to hear about that. Anybody that knows about that, gag order. They cannot talk about it. They will lose their job. So we'll never know about it. We'll never know about it. We'll know hearsay, some gaming reporters and stuff. Forbes took this and ran with it. I think it was yesterday or today. Forbes ran with this story, right? The fans were up in arms about this. Forbes. So here's another thing to think about too. Square Enix. It was weird that they had a while to come out and talk about that, you know, they were having some delays. We knew 16 was delayed. We knew Endwalker was delayed. We know all these other things have delays because they haven't been showing anything. Why have these delays been happening? What is the exact reason? We know COVID. You can say COVID all day. Other companies are figuring out how to work around COVID, and they're putting stuff out. Okay, I'll give anybody who claims COVID a break on that. But I'm just going to say other companies have found out how to work around it, and they're putting stuff out. So, putting that out there, letting you do with it what you want to. What is the other reason? My knee-jerk reaction, I don't know if this is the facts. I don't know if this is what's happening or not. My knee-jerk reaction, could some of these current delays have something to do with them trying to implement these in-game transactions into the development of games that are already midstream development? Final Fantasy XVI, Remake Part 2. Probably not Forspoken, maybe Forspoken. Any other number of games. Final Fantasy XIV, it's coming. It is coming. That is going to be a part of Final Fantasy XIV. At some point, the fact that he said, however, I believe that there are a certain number of people whose motivation is to play to contribute. He is talking about Final Fantasy XIV. You all buckle up your chin straps. Lock yourself in. Seatbelts. It's coming. That line right there, he is talking about Final Fantasy XIV. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. You already have to pay to play that regularly. I'm not really sure what it is. You know, I don't play it, but I know a ton of you play it. That is, whatever that gamer base is up to now in the millions, and there's like thousands of people waiting in queue to play this game. That's a ready-made database. 60 to 70% of the people playing that game are playing it hardcore, and they will do this. They will do this, and they know it. That's what this was designed for, and it's going to be the business structure for all their mobile development. So anything in development right now, it would not surprise me one bit if the delays have been because they want to implement this NFT structure for what they're doing. I don't know, man. It's gross. You know, Atlas, Bandai Namco, if you're listening, don't ever do this. Keep making your excellent video games. Don't do this. Square Enix has become a company that I don't recognize anymore. Full stop. If that pisses you off, I don't care. It's my take. And I know it does piss a lot of you off. I know a lot of you all will defend Square Enix to the grave, to the edge of the cliff, when they're the ones pushing you off the cliff. You know, they still make games I enjoy. Remake was my game of the year. I love Remake. Square Enix is responsible for some of my favorite games ever. But as far as like business stuff, I'm a big fan of the gaming business. I'm a big fan of the business of games, the business of animation, the business, the behind the scenes stuff of all these different things, right? I'm a big fan of it. And Square Enix over the last 3 to 4 years has become a company that I do not recognize anymore. This is, of course, it's not the company I grew up loving. Of course, everything changes. I'm not an idiot, you know, and I'm not trying to come off as one. I'm not trying to come off as naive. Everything has to do with business and making money, especially in gaming. Gaming, you gotta make that money. But the money can't be more important than the product. The money can't be more important than the story, especially if you're an RPG game. I don't care what Square Enix tries to do. They're trying to tell more Western type stories and things like that. Fine, it's obvious, right? Forspoken is a very Western type story, Western type fantasy. But the money cannot be more important than the story. They can be at the same level, and I don't care what anybody says. You know, money is top, but whatever you're doing has to be right there with it. It has to be right there with it. Right now, Square Enix has got the money right here, and the product is right here. Say what you want, say what you want. I don't care. I'm not here for your opinion on this one. I'm not here for your take on this one. This is the truth. This is gross. And the fact that this comes off as a sales pitch, this is not them thanking you for everything you put in this past year and everything. This is them priming you and easing you into the idea that this is coming. Get ready for it. It's a great idea. And for those of you that want to play to contribute, this is where you can contribute for us. Oh, lo and woe is us at Square Enix that have no money to make games anymore. Come on, man. This comes off as total bullshit. Anybody with a brain looks at this like, don't be a shit for brains, man. This comes off as total bullshit. It does. Full stop. So, that's my take. I am not shilling for this company or any company. If somebody does something I think is bullshit, I'm going to let you know. If somebody puts out a masterpiece, I will let you know that too. A couple years ago, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Say what you want about the narrative and the direction stuff. Thought the game itself is a self-contained story. It's going to go on. We've got the original game, of course. I'm not going to get into this. That game, I praise them as a masterpiece. That score was amazing. The ride, the story. I thought the different directions they took were very creative. This is bullshit. And I'm really concerned for the things I was looking forward to from this company. They're getting ready to put out a Full Metal Alchemist mobile game. I was like, I will play that on mobile. If it comes out stateside where I can read it and understand it and listen to it and understand it, I will play this on mobile because I love Full Metal Alchemist. I'm not playing First Soldier on mobile because I don't like MMOs and I think the game looks like shit. Full stop. Full stop. If I want the story beats, hey, I'll watch somebody upload them on YouTube or I'll watch somebody stream it or whatever. Full stop. In my opinion, I haven't even opened the First Soldier. I have no intentions of playing that game. Not because I just hate it, because I haven't played it. But I'm not an MMO guy, right? So I'm not going to play it on mobile. That Full Metal game looks really fun. The artwork looks great. But this is going to be in it. And now I'm worried about it. So that's my thoughts. That's my take. Let me know what you all think. Comments below. Hey, all opinions are welcome. Don't be an asshole. If you're an asshole, blocking you from the channel. I've had to take out the trash a couple of times already this week. That's something else we're going to get into. I'm making a video on that too. We're going to be editing tonight, hopefully uploading it sometime this week. We're going to have a discussion about the current culture, the current community of this stuff. I've seen some really rancid shit over the past couple of weeks during the holidays. I got a lot to say about it. A lot of you all ain't going to like it. A lot of you are going to agree with me. And again, I don't care. I'm putting it out there. You all want truth? You all want no bullshit, no shill? This is the place. You want 100% truth? What I think is really good? Why I think it's good? Why I think something sucks? All that kind of stuff. 100% honesty right here. So, and we are going to cover stuff other than games on this channel. I've tried to mess with the concept of doing a separate channel. Oh, Ray, it messes with your numbers. I don't care anymore. This is not my career. I do this for fun. I do this to communicate with you all. I do this for the community, you know? So I'm not trying to make a living out of this. I'm going to put everything on this channel. So that's what we're going to do moving forward, because I can't grow 4 or 5 channels. I can't do it. I'm not going to try to do it. So anyway, I got new stuff coming. It's a new year. It's a new day. And we're going to be rocking in January. Y'all lock it in here. We're going to rock. I'm looking forward to it. We're going to get rolling. And until then, y'all have a great night. Be safe. Be good to each other. And keep rocking. I will see you all in the next video very soon. Take care.